Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wa bihi nasta'in wa ala umuri dunya waddin wa ala alihi washabbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'du. Okay, first I want to introduce my name is Abyan Gantaran, and I will briefly describe a journal the concept of tolerance in Islamic education. First, we will discuss the notion of tolerance, definition of tolerance. The term of tolerance comes from English, tolerance, or in Latin, tolerantia. In Arabic, it is usually equated with tasamuh or tasahul. It means to overlook, excuse, to tolerate, to be indulgent, tolerant. The word of tasamuh has meaning tasahul. This meaning indulgent, tolerance, toleration, forbearance, leniency, clemency, mercy, and kindness. In Islam, the term of tasamuh is not basically the same meaning with the word tolerance, because tasamuh has meaning to give and to take. Tasamuh includes giving action and demand in particular limitation. In other words, tasamuh attitude is religious life has definition not to break the limit, especially related to the faith limit, that is aqidah. Although tasamuh has the meaning mentioned above in many contexts, this word is often the same with tolerance. Holy Quran never mentioned the word of tasamuh or tolerance in its letter and verses. Next, the internal factors inhibiting tolerance in religions. We said several problems causing inharmony among religion adherents. Other factors that becomes barrier of tolerance come from the internal religion adherents, which influence the intercommunication among them. Thus, the factors are described as follows. And the number one, religion understanding. Most of the emerged religion problems lie on interpretation problem or understanding, and it is not based on the truth of religion or God's revelation itself. And the number two, truth claim. Every religion has owned the truth. The faith of truth is based on God as the only source of truth. In sociological, truth claim is changed to be a religion symbol which understood as subjective personality by each religion adherents. And next, number three, double standards. Hook Cowards, as quoted by Rahman, a Christian and an expert of Islam theology in Nottingham University, England, gives an example that the relation between Christian and Islam, which is developed into misunderstanding. In fact, it creates a threat situation between them is a condition of double standard. Both Christian and Muslim always apply different standards for themselves, whereas they use another standard which is more realistic and historistic to another religion. The standards refer to here the standard of trust. And number four, to exaggerate difference. Whereas in Indonesia there are many tribes, culture, and religions, it should be in overcoming this difference in order to maintain the relationship between each other. We don't need to look at their background, but we only see that we are one nation and one state. That is the challenge for today youth. With difference, we should be able to get from various point of view each to advance our nation. Next, tolerance in Islam perspective. Islam views that those differences mentioned above are fitrah and sunnatullah, or it has become God's will. It has been explained earlier that tolerance in Islam is commonly called tasamuh. The definition of tasamuh or tolerance in religious life offered by Islam is so simple and rational. Tolerance in Islam still has certain limitation. Islam obligates its followers to build a strict boundary in Aqidah and faith, as well as keeping appreciation possible toward he extends other religion followers and respect their right as individuals as part of society. Next, implementation of tolerance on Islamic education. First, we will know the multiculturalist or pluralist. Pluralist or multiculturalist Islamic education is an education which develops character that is able to appreciate opinion and different habituals or contradictive with one's faith, as well as to own flexibility in interaction with his surrounding environment. And Samsul Ma'arif, in his writing entitled Islam dan Pendidikan Pluralisme, menampakkan wajah Islam toleran melalui kurikulum PAI berbasis kemajumukan, stated that Islam religion education can only be understood as religion teaching, or its successfully parameter of religion education is not sufficient to measure is only based on how learners can acquire cognitive things or only religion doctrine, knowledge, or religious rites. Nevertheless, the more important thing is that how deep the religion values can be applied in their souls and how deep those values can be realized in the student. Attitude and behaviors in daily routines. The real from those values in daily attitudes and behavior will be good behavior. That is akhlakul karimah. Thus, religion education is an education for religion total growth of human being. Democracy education also needs to be delivered to instill tolerance. Democracy education needs to be developed as an effort to create more democratic society. Such education will appreciate individual rights, including freedom of thought, united opinion, and fear. These efforts are urgently required to create national cohesion and citizens' commitment in developing democratic united country. Democratic education initiated in Islamic education institution is intended to be more emphasized on implementing democratic, tolerant, open, sincere in accepting different, and willingness to listen and to give opinion elegantly and politely, as well as intelligently and maturely. This is similar to the condition of Indonesian people right now, who face social crisis, which is quite worrying nowadays. Okay, thank you. That is describe about the journal, and I will take a conclusion. This is Islamic education institution are required to create a democratic generation. This is intended so that Islamic education can produce strong and resilient human resource with high tolerance who will act to occupy and create a new civilization that emphasizes religious, spiritual, and humanist values. Okay, thank you. That is my presentation. Thank you for your attention, and I'm sorry if my English not good, but I will try. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.